Hello everyone, this is the real Mr. Robinson, here for episode 2 of What's Up Florida. Michael couldn't be here today, so instead I'm joined by Geeked Out Nation's very own Stephen Merced. What's up?
What's up, everybody?
So he's going to be filling in, and hopefully this is a month. If you don't know, this is our monthly show, or my monthly show, where I gather at least 6 stories from the Sunshine State, some 6 fucked up stories, and basically we talk about them, make jokes about them. It's all just utter chaos. And so we're gonna start out with something I sent you that the original story got deleted, but somebody managed to save it on a forum. So I'm gonna read the forum post, and there are images there are images down in the forums that show this, but let's start out with 6th graders learn how to safe sex using strap-on dildos. Shocking images. oh, trust me, this is.
I just saw the pictures for the first time.
Yeah, it's something. But there's a lot more to come out of Florida. Shocking images out of a classroom in the forum. Blanked it out, but I read the story beforehand on another site, and it's definitely Florida. In blank, illustrate how 11 through 12-year-olds in 6th grade are being taught how to use strap-on dildos amidst a debate about Common Core sex ed standards, which have been attacked by some as pornographic. The pictures were taken by a student with a cell phone camera. They show a teacher demonstrating how to use a strap-on sex toy in a number of different positions. First of all, what the fuck kind of teacher... Okay, outside the fact that it's Florida, what the fuck kind of teacher teaches 11 and 12-year-olds how to use a strap-on dildo?
Yeah, see, when I initially read this, I thought it was just like, the banana thing, putting the condom type of situation. Nope. Not that at all. Yeah, we're going to go position by position. I mean, there's some things that... There's a position that's happening in one of these photos that I'm confused as to why kids need to know that. It's a bit disturbing. I'm like, 11, 12-year-olds?
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually going to make a confession that since I was actually kind of homeschooled during my high school years, I never actually took sex ed. It was just basically common sense for me. And but even then, when I was in 6th grade, we didn't have something this fucked up. We had a professor that would say bullshit, but that was pretty much it.
I mean, I took sex ed in 9th grade, but by that time it's already. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, good for the student. Good for the student that said, "This is weird. I'm gonna take pictures."
Yeah. Well.
Good for the student in the background.
Let's see what else happened here. In one image, the teacher even shows how to insert the strap-on while her buttocks are in the air and her legs up over her head. I love how the guy who wrote this was proper enough to use buttocks instead of ass.
I'm confused. What are the kids learning exactly here? Why do they need to? Are they being taught how to use strap-on dildos, or are they being taught sex education on how to have safe sex?
Well, there's a
I'm confused as to what's happening here.
Well, there's a picture of the chalk of a whiteboard that shows I'm probably making up this word, but a directed penis. I have no idea what's going on, but let's keep reading this.
Well, she does have a penis pump in her hand.
Yeah.
I believe that's what that is.
Oh, okay. Let's see what the rest of the story says.
So yeah.
Oh man.
Man, this is interesting.
Clinton Middle School in Duval County hired 39-year-old Sharon Mercer to teach the sex education class, but after the photos emerged, she was suspended and the school refused further comment. Newly implemented Common Core educational standards have been assailed for their attempt to create a lowest common denominator form of teaching, which many assert only works to dumb down lessons and prevent smart students from excelling. But these images give a glimpse into an even darker side to the federally mandated rules. It keeps going on.
So do you think she went rogue?
Probably.
She go rogue here? I mean, it's either that or the school signed off on it, and once the pictures got out, they were like, abandon ship. Fuck this. We are throwing her under the bus.
Yeah.
We are not.
But they didn't.
I mean, I've never heard of a teacher go rogue like this. I'm gonna put on strap-ons.
I mean,
and bring my treasure chest of personal toys.
Well, I mean, outside of well, I mean, in real life we've never seen this, but I know somebody in the forums put a picture of the teacher from South Park.
Oh wow.
It's like giving paddling to
Yeah.
I don't know. So and somebody put up a picture of Bill Clinton giving the thumbs up.
This is just.
But the person even said,
why is she on the table though? Why is she like has both her knees on the table? Like,
no,
poor boy in the first row. Poor boy in the first row. He's like he's center stage for this. He's like right there, and he's sitting next to a girl. It's got to be the most awkward silence moments after this class is over.
Yeah, there's some people on this forum. This forum's on NeoGAF that like say it's bullshit.
Video game.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. But there's some
I mean, they have a broader spectrum, but the way I know it is through video games.
Okay, well, they like some people say that this is like bullshit, but I don't know why. I actually have no idea, but there's even one forum that says there was one even post that said I can't find it, but it said like it confirmed officially that it was from Florida. But that's the weirdest.
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem like bullshit. It seems legit.
Yeah. But
pictures don't look that great. It's kind of grainy. There's clearly some type of slideshow happening.
Yes.
HIV/AIDS on the cover.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how the dildo and HIV/AIDS go together, but whatever.
I have no idea. But let's move on to next story.
Well, before we move on,
go ahead.
Say anybody that's listening, the teacher's not hot. It's not like she looks old. She's a very old teacher.
Well, they said she was 39. Huh?
But I mean, she looks old. Like it's not like a hot 39-year-old teacher. Like you're a 12-year-old boy. You're like, this is fun. No, it's like the older teachers that you don't really have crushes on, really.
Yeah,
so I mean, she. Out there, anybody that's listening.
Yeah, she definitely looks much older than.
She looks like a mother of like an older, like a kid that would be in that class. Like, she looks pretty up there. So I'm just throwing it out there.
So not a MILF.
I mean, to somebody probably, but I'm just saying she's not like the teachers that you see in the movies that are just super hot that you're just like, whoa, as like when you're like a young preteen or teen. She's clearly old. I mean, she looks her age, not like a teacher that's looks like Julia Roberts or anything. You know what I mean? Like, just not somebody that's super hot.
Yeah, definitely. That's why the story's from Florida. But speaking of the movies, let's move on to a story that involves the giant leak of celebrity nudes, including Jennifer Lawrence and Kate Upton, because apparently those photos are going up in a gallery. Jennifer Lawrence and Kate Upton's leaked, naked, and very unauthorized photos will go up in an art gallery next month in St. Petersburg, Florida. A couple lawyers might have something to say about this. Corey Allen Contemporary Art announced Los Angeles-based artist Xlava will include the photos, unaltered and life-size, in the exhibit as part of his Fear Google campaign. According to US Today, the show, which opens October 30th, will be titled No Delete. Good title, almost as good as Why Celebrities Should Stop Uploading Naked Photos. I mean, what? Like, I don't even see. Go ahead.
No, this is just I don't understand how this guy thinks this is even gonna be able like this isn't gonna happen.
Yeah, I was just
Like
gonna say like this thing is planning to open October 30th, like the day before Halloween. At what point,
this thing is
like,
gonna be closed down in like 2 weeks easily. Like it's gonna be just lawyers are gonna get in, lawsuits are gonna happen, and he's not gonna do this.
that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, he won't even get to October 30th before the everyone he gets sued and stuff. And
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't. This is, but then it's all internet-based things. So he's going back 7 years. Is that what it says here? 7 years worth of worth of other leaked images. So it's not just the recent ones. It's all of them.
yeah,
So this guy wants to get sued by every celebrity out there. Is what he's pretty much saying. He's
true.
like, sue me, please.
Well, let's see what the rest says. The exhibit, you said that the exhibit will also include 7 years worth of other leaked images of celebrities in their most vulnerable and private moments that were comprised by either hackers or the paparazzi, according to a news release. 7 years? Wait a second. This sort of thing didn't just start happening last weekend? That can't be true. Or else this fine people of public interest would know better than to keep uploading their naked photos. You know, theoretically.
This article seems to be against the celebrities.
Oh, really?
That's what I mean, what I'm gathering, I mean, they keep saying like, oh, they should not upload naked pictures, and they keep saying that. It almost feels like they're kind of blaming the celebrities for the hacks. I mean, that's what I'm getting. I could be completely wrong, but I'm just saying the way that they keep. Oh, you think they would understand? You think they would have learned? And I don't know. I just find this interesting.
Right. Well, on one of the rooftop chats shows, I went on a rant about how like they should be a little careful about taking nude photos. But at the same time, like there are. Like, the blame lies on the people who really hacked into their accounts, like, invaded their privacy, who really...
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just weird.
Yeah, who didn't really have anything better to do outside of that.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't blame the celebrities because they're regular people, and people send each other pictures all the time like that. So it's not, like, I can't blame them for having them on their phones.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like they put them into it's literally like that movie Sex Tape. They got to the cloud.
Pretty much. Like
into the cloud shit happened.
Yeah, Jason Segel warned us.
Yes, he warned us. Once it goes to the cloud, you can't get it back. Nobody understands the cloud, right? Wasn't that the line?
Yeah, that's the only funny line that actually made me laugh in the movie.
So, I mean, it sucks, but I'm not sure if you talked about this on your rant, but the Scarlett Johansson, the guy that broke into Scarlett Johansson and Mila Kunis's account, the guy went to jail for 10 years.
Really?
Yeah. And that was like he only hacked into like 2 to 3 celebrities.
Huh.
The new guy, the guy that just did it now, he hacked into like 40 or hundreds of course.
Yeah, it said 100.
have been leaked, but supposedly it's hundreds.
Yeah, there was even
gonna get life.
Possibly. I mean, there was a BuzzFeed article that came out that like recently Vanessa Hudgens and Kim Kardashian's nudes were released, which both of them it's just like, oh well, we've seen it before.
Are we being real though? Like if we're being real, I mean, when I heard about this, curiosity took the better of me, and I was like, I had to like look at these articles, and I was like, I looked at the pictures. I'm being real. I saw them. You know, I felt awkward after, and I was like, damn, this is messed up. This wasn't like leaked images, but I saw the pictures. They have the celebrities have nothing to be ashamed of. Well, most of them. The Jennifer Lawrence ones, it was she felt like the biggest target of all this. So she's gonna get most of this quote unquote gallery.
Yes.
She has like 30 of them. So
and plus she's the one that out of all the celebrities, she's the one that's been taking the most action.
Oh yeah, she's been one. from what I remembered, I didn't even know Kate Upton had a lot of like. I thought she only had like four of them that were leaked, and
I guess so. I mean, next to Jennifer Lawrence, she's the one that's been like, I guess you call
is
it
it
promoted.
because they're the most popular people right now on this? They're the biggest celebrities on this list. There's a lot of be like actors, but like Jennifer like Lawrence is like top tier actress. Kate Upton is like dating one of the best baseball players, and she's like one of the biggest models. Is
I
that why they're being? Because I mean, there's other people on this list. A
I
lot
guess
of other people.
I guess so. But let's keep going on here. I even hate this guy's name. XVALA in all caps.
He's Prince.
Oh God.
No, I'm just saying he's a his name is random letters. It's like Prince with a random symbol.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna call him Freddy.
Freddy.
Yeah.
Fits him well. Good name.
Sorry, Xvala, but because your name is so shitty, I'm calling you Freddy. We share our secrets with technology, Freddy said in the release. And when we do, our privacy becomes accessible to others. All right, I don't feel sorry for changing your name to Freddy. Some of us actually don't feel the need to share our nakedness with technology. Then again, some of us are so terrified of what we look like naked that we shower with our clothes on. USA Today reports the artist has used celebrity images in his work for years. Shit. Including a portrait of Britney Spears with her shaved head and nude images of Scarlett Johansson.
How do you get away with that one?
Uh, Probably. I don't know. Maybe he keeps changing his name. Maybe his name was Freddy, and he just keeps changing his name.
He must go so undercover that these things must never be public.
Yeah.
I think he just must like in the basement of his mom's house. He's like, I'm gonna do it down there.
He's like the. I was gonna say he was probably a member of the Secret Avengers that got fired, but being a creepo in his mom's basement sounds better for him. It suits him. Freddie appropriately I cannot speak for shit right now. Appropriately celebrity compromised images and the overall quote fear Google unquote campaign has helped strengthen the ongoing debate over privacy in the digital era, said publicist Corey Allen. The commentary behind this show is a reflection of who we are today. We all become users, and in the end, we become used. Right. How outrageous. Well, at least no one is trying to profit from this terrible idea of being used. Jeez.
Google must have screwed this guy over. His campaign is all about fearing Google, fear of the internet kind of thing. Interesting.
Probably. Maybe he's like a former employee at Google. And he's like, all right, well, you've kicked me out. I'm going to create this art gallery and just fuck you for life. That I don't know how much Google really cares.
Yeah, I mean Google doesn't care. This doesn't affect Google at all. This is only a big deal. This is only a big deal, and not even a big deal. This is like whatever deal this thing is right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's only because of the names attached. Like clearly, he's using only Jennifer Lawrence and Kate Upton, and then other people from the past. Like it's not. He's clearly using the biggest names to get the biggest draws right now. He knows that this was all over the news, and he's like, I'm gonna grab the biggest names. These things will pop up all over Google when like you look up Jennifer Lawrence, it'll be like Jennifer Lawrence images are gonna be in an art gallery. He'll be the first thing that pops up, and he'll get more attention that way.
Yeah.
He's a smart man. If he doesn't get sued, I mean, he's a smart man. If he gets sued, he's a dumbass. But
true. Well, apparently, if he's been doing it for 7 years, it said he was collecting 7 years of material.
It says the artist has used celebrity images in his works for years.
Okay, so
he has the portrait of Britney Spears with her shaved head, which is nothing, and portraits of Scarlett Johansson images that leaked in 2011, 2010.
I think it was
I'm just
2000.
shocked that he got away with that.
Yeah, I think it was 2012. Those were leaked, but
somewhere in that, I don't remember. But
yeah, it's like if he's still gotten away with them, then he must be smart in dodging these guys.
Yeah.
Let's move on to a story that is really not so smart. I think this has video on it. Okay. 3 hostages actually just hallucinating on meth, says cops. This comes from the Huffington Post. I love the first sentence of this article. Yes, this happened in Florida. Like, it's just like, there's so many fucked up stories that come out of Florida. It's just like, yeah, are you really surprised anymore? The Jackson County Sheriff's Office responded last Sunday after reports that 3 people were screaming out of a home, claiming that they've been taken hostage. WMBB reports that authorities arrived at the residence and were told that the 3 supposed victims, 18-year-old Madison Douglas, 21-year-old Damian Hines, and 30-year-old Matthew McDaniel, have been taken hostage for several hours. They were also told the supposed hostages were shot at in the home. Police soon discovered that the group had, in fact, hallucinated while on meth. Douglas said she had been stabbed by a suspect, but authorities said she had only a light scratch on her abdomen that was self-inflicted. Well, look at these guys.
You put this story up and then you say the words, "Kids, don't do drugs."
Pretty much. I mean, look at these guys. One of them, he kind of looks like Jesse Pinkman.
Oh, the one all the way on the left?
Yeah.
This story's weird because, like, the way I'm just thinking, like, can you imagine what they must have been seeing? They're so high that what they were seeing, like, who was holding them hostage? What, how were they being held hostage by the air? Like, it's different if you see people in the room with you and you think that they're gonna hold you hostage, but they're the only 3 there. And what stabbed her in her stomach? Something must have, because she had a scratch.
Well, it said it was self-inflicted.
Oh damn! So she hurt herself.
Probably. But you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of those like side missions in Grand Theft Auto 5 when you come across this guy trying to legalize marijuana, or like he gives. I played this mission twice. Once as Michael and once as Trevor. Like, they're taking this drug that starts making them hallucinate, like they get completely fucked up, and both of them are holding Gatling guns, and Michael's trying to shoot away aliens, and Trevor's trying to shoot away clowns.
Yeah.
And at the end, they're just like, "What the fuck did you give me? Keep the fuck away from me, dude."
And then the guy that sold him is like, "This is good shit, man. It's good shit."
It is. I'm actually curious if there's a Franklin mission with that.
I did it. I don't remember. Like I did that. I did the Franklin one. I never did the I never.
Oh, so there is a Franklin one.
Yeah, there's one for all of them.
Okay, I gotta find that. So,
I don't remember what his name was though.
So I got done. Yeah, I'm actually happy you don't remember because I wanted to like see it as a surprise.
Yeah, it's funny, but yeah, these people. Wait, what is it then? Like, I mean, okay, we understand meth is crazy. I mean, people do crazy shit, but I would have loved to have seen that like that being filmed and how they were reacting. Like the person just starts freaking out and nothing's happening.
Oh well.
Oh my god, they are holding us hostage for hours, and they're clearly screaming because the neighbors are the ones that they said that they noticed, right?
Well, there's a video as part of the article that I can take a look at and see myself. I think for this I'm gonna play the video on my computer so we don't like if both of us try to play it, it's gonna probably drown out in audio.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play. Oh, you're wearing headphones, right?
Yeah, you won't even be able to hear mine.
Okay, so
hey everyone, I'm Mike Rylander. This is What the Fark, and today is Farkin' Florida Friday.
Everyone from Florida is John.
See, this guy gets it. This guy gets that Florida is really fucked up. Yeah.
There's a video. Oh no, it's not.
If you're a postal carrier, you see a lot of messed up stuff. But if you're a postal carrier in Florida, well, you see a lot of f***ed up shit.
The delivery man reported what he believed was a hostage situation.
Telling the officers that they had been held at gunpoint hostage and had to fight their way to safety.
The three, believing they were in danger, grabbed a shotgun and rifle and fired multiple rounds inside the home.
So this was like apparently an empty house. Like,
I don't know what this was.
It says
weird people.
Yeah, it looks like an empty house. I was gonna say white people because they're all three of them are white and they're like
looking weird,
hanging out in this deserted house, hallucinating on meth. So it's like like it's common knowledge. Like we see this in movies a lot where like if white people are like a haunted house, okay, let's spend the night there.
Yeah.
Like it's I guess the movie stereotype is true.
Shooting out windows and through walls.
Damn, that's wild. I wonder if those assailants were trying to steal.
Well, there was the existence of a meth lab. There was some meth that had been not consumed.
Oh, the assailants were trying to steal all the meth.
Officers found no such assailants in the home.
Oh, there were no assailants.
I love this guy. What the fark? I gotta look up more of this guy once we're done.
30-year-old Matthew McDaniel, 21-year-old Damian Hines, and 18-year-old Madison Douglas were hallucinating.
Crystal meth, letting you live your own personal One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest since 1962.
They even ripped out a bathroom sink and toilet and threw them out of the window at the imaginary attackers.
Oh no.
I wish there was video. Of this. It would be the best thing ever.
Yeah, of them. Well, they cut to a clip of. I just paused, but they're showing a clip of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, where the Indian guy at the end like throws something out the window to escape.
Once again, I'm Mike Ronder. Thanks for watching. You can silence the voices in your head caused by the
intake of drugs.
Well, you watch all our episodes at WTFark.com. And if you...
Okay, I got... Wow. I love, like, out of all the videos I've seen for the show so far, which has been one, if you don't count this one, this has been the most creative. But
it fits into like what you're saying. He understands. Florida's crazy.
Yeah, and you know, actually, I just finished recording my other podcast a few hours ago, and my co-host actually lived in Florida for a couple of years. So
I lived in Florida for a while.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, when I was younger, and my family lived down there for about 5 years. When we all got older and stuff. So
damn, 5
I've been
years.
down there. I know some of the crazy. I mean, I've never been into these situations or anything, but I've seen some crazy stuff.
Oh, that's.
You know, it's hot. The heat gets you, and you turning just to a crazy man or crazy woman, I guess.
Yeah, it's like I'd go to Florida to like maybe visit Miami and go to Universal Orlando, but there's no way you're ever gonna get me to live there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, especially when Florida City fires their entire police force, which is the next article. Now, this one comes from the Free Thought Project and is actually dated for April 3rd. So this is kind of an old article, but I just found it not too long ago, so we're going to talk about it. One Florida town...
Is this a real one?
Huh?
You said this is... Okay, never mind. Keep going.
Okay. One Florida town has been hit by corruption, and it is so bad the entire police force has been fired, because that's the logical thing to do. The most corrupt city in the state has been exposed for its unlawful ways during a recent audit. All cops and elected officials in office have been let go or will be soon, as this is just one of the stipulations that had to be followed to spare the city of Hampton, as its corruption runs deep. See, out of all the cities that needed a Batman, this is the one that needs it the most. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm reading the article. I thought you were gonna keep going.
Yeah.
So the next line is just funny.
Oh.
The one horse town.
One horse town celebrated its victory in a church this past Friday night.
Woo.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. A one horse town. What the crap does that mean?
Like I guess a dead town. The town. Oh no! The townspeople broke out into smiles after finding out two Florida policymakers quit their journey to take away Hampton's cityhood. The 89-year-old city, with a population of 477. Jesus. And this is like the most corrupt city in Florida, or was. I'm assuming since this story happened in April, I'm assuming this place is just basically wiped off the map.
How do you? How I would so not live here.
No.
Like, there's no cops. I mean, I understand cops get a bad rap, but no cops. How is that ever an option?
That's true. It's basically this is like if they wanted to film The Purge 3, this would be the place to do it. Huh?
Oh, I guess it would.
Yeah.
And it would be like that is probably what's happening. It's not even like it's happening there already. Like it's The Purge. It's The Purge forever there in this little small town.
Yeah. So that's
This is just a weird story. I mean, it's not even as crazy as the other one. This is crazy, but just not.
Yeah.
It's a small town. This is just. I don't know.
At least it's not one of the bigger ones.
It's clearly a church-driven town. I mean, the whole town gathered in the church after this thing. So yeah, it's a church-driven town.
Yeah.
They might be from a cult. Maybe we don't know. It could be a
Well,
cult.
let's see what happens.
Cops were all the real ones.
Let's see. Let's keep reading and see what it says. The 89-year-old city with a population of 477 was on a tightrope after an audit came out in Florida revealing Florida violations. It found 31 federal, state, and local codes were broken, with allegations surrounds double dipping and using city property for personal reasons. Given that this is Florida, I'm actually scared to know what the personal reasons might be. Maybe it's strap on. Maybe it's that teacher going there to strap on a dildo to city property.
It'd be interesting if that was the same town.
Yeah.
That showed the corruption of the town.
Pretty
Strap on
much. I love how you pulled out a South Park impression. You sound like someone from South Park. Huh?
Man, I mean, can you be honest? Let's be honest. Do you see where else would something like this happen? Man, the cops are so corrupt. Let's fire them.
Yeah.
How many, sir? All of them.
What?
Wait, excuse me, sir. We didn't, Mayor. We didn't hear what you said. Every last one. Who's gonna run the titty? Who's gonna run the city?
The titty?
Like the church people will. The pastor will be the new sheriff.
Oh, Jesus.
He will stop crooks with his Bible.
Yeah.
Throw it at them. Like, I don't know, so weird.
Yeah. Let's keep going. The quaint city was already known as an infamous speed trap zone, but gained even more publicity as a small town with big corruption when lawmakers threatened to pull its city charter a month ago. However, the townspeople persevered. Within a matter of 4 weeks, they had come up with an outline that persuaded Representative Charles Van Zant and Senator Rob Bradley to allow them to keep their city. Oh, so it sounds like they were going to pull this city anyway. Probably would have been a better choice if they were just going to go on and just fire the entire police force. They won the tough battle with all odds against them. Thank you for the work that has been done, Bradley told the crowd of 50 gathered Friday at Victory Baptist Church, according to a CNN article. You've got a lot more to do, but boy, he clearly was impressed, as was Van Zant, who said, "You've done yeoman's work. I think you've done well." Not very confident in that. Well, this article goes on for a while, but I think we get the idea.
Yeah. Florida town went so crazy they fired their entire police staff because the church said so. Woo!
Yeah. Hooray, go religion.
I mean, sure, they were corrupt, and of course you got to get that. I just don't feel they're corrupt by stealing, and it's like, yeah, so let's get rid of them, all of them, and our next option is we'll police the streets with the word of God.
Yeah. When LA got corrupt because of the riots and the police didn't do shit, the military was called in to take care of things. So
Here, it was the Bible.
pretty much. I mean, I don't know if they were like, because they were so corrupt, I guess they couldn't afford to call out the army, or I guess like the president didn't bother to do anything.
I mean, it's a small town. They probably don't even care.
Probably, because like
They're
it lose.
looking at Raccoon City. Can we bomb it and nobody will notice?
Wait, what'd you say?
Like Raccoon City from Resident Evil. Can
Oh.
we bomb this city and nobody finds out? Let's do
Yeah.
that option.
Yeah. Or can we have Superman fight Zod in there?
Yeah.
That way, just collateral damage. We can wipe off the map. Easy.
Nobody will even remember, or they'll actually praise Superman for it.
Pretty much. The one time he does collateral damage and people praise him for it.
Exactly.
Like the praise is justified.
Seriously.
Okay. Let's move on to this. From Yahoo News, teens busted after sneaking into home of basketball star Ray Allen.
Bling Ring Part 2. Takeover.
Oh, is that what happened in Bling Ring?
Yeah, in the Bling Ring, that was about the kids that broke into Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, Orlando Bloom's houses and just robbed all their shit.
Okay,
Or not all their shit, but they would go in there, steal a pair of sneakers, some jewelry, some clothes, and they just kept doing that.
All right, well,
It's actually not a bad movie.
all right, sorry, I'll check it out when I get a chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're going out to watch it, but it's Sofia Coppola, so that's what she does.
Okay, that's fair enough. Aha! This is from Miami, huh? And okay,
Yeah. He's an NBA star, so yeah, he'll live in Miami.
Yeah, okay, so I guess I better like address my like aha. When I recorded the first episode of this last month with my other co-host Michael, we had a story about a guy who dressed as Captain America, put a burrito in his crotch and groped a woman. And
I actually saw that part.
yeah, I think I told you about that. And the article said began by saying, "In yet another of our occasional reminders that Floridians outside of Miami." So it's like they thought that they were exempt. And it's like here, this proves like, no, Miami, you're just as fucked up as the rest of the state.
Yeah, I mean, you still got to give him props that this isn't like the craziest story ever. This happens pretty crazy, like pretty often down there.
Yeah. So.
Also in Beverly Hills, this happens. I mean, it's just.
Oh yeah.
The celebrities are.
I wouldn't doubt it, but yeah. Out of all the stories we have, this is probably the most normal, because the last story we have, definitely you can read it and it's like, yep, that's Florida, without even seeing the words based in Florida. But this story we're on. 7 teenagers were questioned by South Florida police after sneaking into the house of former Miami Heat basketball star Ray Allen and could face charges after frightening his wife and children, officials say. Mrs. Allen woke up and screamed out to them. "What are you doing in my house?" said Coral Gables police spokeswoman Kelly Denham. Sorry, pause there for a bit. The group of 18 and 19-year-olds had entered the house early Thursday through an unlocked door in the back and quietly fled once Allen's wife, Shannon Walker Allen, yelled at them. Mrs. Allen called police, who investigated a party at a house next door and learned that some of the suspects were at another nearby home. Wow. So I guess it's bad that there was a party right there, because that was like
How hammered were these guys? Yo, guys, I hear Ray Allen lives next door. We should so break in there.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Well, I don't know if it says if they were at that party, but I imagine you can't be you got to be hammered to do something like this, or just live in Florida.
Yeah, I mean, I love Ray. Ray used to be one of my favorite players of all time. Like back when he was in his prime. I still like the guy. He's a good guy. He's one of the good people in the NBA. Where good personality, good guy. What I'm assuming is they must have thought that since Ray, like the NBA season is over, maybe Miami, like maybe he was on like a vacation home in California or something. Which he probably was because his wife was here. They didn't say he was there, but.
Well, I didn't get to that part, but let's keep going. They sent officers to that location and were greeted by one of the mothers who said, "They just told me what happened, and we gathered all 7 of them up," Denham said. The group was taken to the police station for several hours for questioning before being released. Burglary charges were not filed as officers found no evidence of a break-in. Allen's wife still could press trespassing charges, authorities said. Ray Allen, 39, who was not at home at the time of the incident, according to a media report, joined the Heat in 2012. He is now a free agent and is yet to announce whether he will play next season or retire.
Yeah, that's why I assumed that. I didn't read that part, but that's why I assumed that he wasn't there. I mean, he's free agency. He's visiting a lot of teams. He's trying to find what his career is going to be after the NBA, or if he's going to go back. So I assumed he wasn't there. It's the summer, like he's dating a summer. What usually NBA players do. This is actually something that happens to NBA stars all the time. Some people have actually been held hostage. Some NBA players have actually been held hostage. Some NBA players have personally knocked out the person when they come in their house and got physical with them. And I forgot who it was, but it was a 6'9" NBA player caught a guy breaking into his house, and he beat up the guy and then called the cops and said, "Yeah, there's a guy bleeding on my floor. You might want to come get him." Wow. Yeah, I mean, when people break into your house, I mean, you are going to get mad, and if you are a violent person or have violent tendencies, you will take them out on somebody. So,
yeah. I mean, God forbid you're the guy that breaks into WWE house.
God.
You would be dead.
Like the guy that breaks into Batista's house. I mean, or Brock Lesnar's house. Dear Jesus.
Yeah, you break into the house of Drax the Destroyer. He's not gonna apologize.
Actually, you break into the house of Drax the Destroyer, we won't even hear about a break-in. We'll hear about a guy reported missing.
That's true.
We haven't seen Jim Smith in a while. He's gone missing in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Last time he was seen was walking around Beverly Hills. Nobody knows where he's been. But he's that's what would happen if you break into them. He has a temper in real life, so.
Okay.
You imagine that big guy losing and just going insane on you, it'd be bad. It'd be so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, again, it would not turn into a break-in story, but a missing story.
Yeah, it'd be bad.
Okay, now, yeah, the last story was just typical teens break into Star's house. It's it happened in Florida because we mentioned it because it happened in Florida, and this is a podcast about the fucked up stories in Florida, but it's pretty tame by comparison, as we've said before.
Compared to the last one, it's very tame.
Yes. The last story of our show, Florida man accused of pleasuring himself at yoga class. This comes from the Huffington Post.
You do it, man. You
Yeah.
do what you gotta do to get your rocks off.
Well, I mean, look at the guy. He's clearly high.
What do you mean? His eyes can be red like that all the time. And your pupils are always dilated that way. What?
I don't know.
He's a regular Joe. He clearly needed to get his yoga on. Things happen.
He's a regularly baked Joe.
That's funny.
If police had their way, the next pose the suspect does will be for a mugshot. A Florida man is accused of pleasuring himself during a visit to yoga class, authorities said. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office identified the suspect as Joseph Jordan, 42, following the incident at Power Yoga Studio in San Marco around 9:30 a.m. Sunday. FCN reports, according to a JSO report 5 minutes after the class started, the instructor looks and sees the suspect with his hands in his pants. The report said that he was masturbating and they confronted him gave him a refund and escorted him out of the building. So I guess that's a way to get a free yoga class. Huh? Just go in there, jack off, get a refund, and there you go.
Yep.
The report said Joseph Jordan was wearing jean shorts and a white shirt. So basically, he was wearing jorts and. Ugh. So if it's not bad enough, he's wearing
yoga and jean shorts.
Huh?
Who goes to yoga in jean shorts?
I have no idea.
Like I've never even heard of a yoga jean shorts for yoga.
Yeah.
Oh, the next part makes sense.
I mean, you wear sweatpants. If I'm correct, you wear sweatpants to yoga.
Yeah,
You don't wear
or
jorts.
Like really tight shorts that are like those skinny bicycle things.
Right. Yeah, there's just some stuff you don't wear at certain places. Like I wore first time I went like to my old college's gym, I went there wearing jeans, and one of my hallmates who was there is like, you can't wear jeans to the gym. So I mean I've learned, and luckily I'm smart enough to not do what this guy's doing.
I mean, you do have to understand also. I mean, he's wearing jean shorts because what he was going to do, you couldn't do with those tight pants, and he wouldn't be able to hide it as easily.
That's true. Authorities say that Jordan, a registered sex offender. Wow, the plot thickens.
Yeah, that's why I said the next part was good.
He used his real name when signing up the class. So apparently, not only is Florida fucked up with people jacking off in yoga class, but apparently the person who wrote this, Stephen Hoffer, can't write an article correctly because it said used his real name when signing up the class.
Hey, I blame this on the editor. He should have spotted this thing if he was checking over the work.
Yeah.
All right, next, that's what we got here.
He filled out the form with a lot of his specific information, said Jacksonville Sheriff's Office spokeswoman Melissa Bujida, according to News4Jax. So apparently this guy wanted to be caught?
Maybe he couldn't control himself.
He was just asking for it. Maybe he couldn't control himself once he was in there. He wasn't trying to hide, which causes us more concern. Hours later, Jordan was... Huh?
I'm saying the plot thickens even more with the next paragraph.
Oh, yeah, it does. If Chrome's willing to... There we go. Hours later, Jordan was seen near a woman's bathhouse on the University of North Florida campus. Authorities escorted away, not knowing about the earlier incident. A warrant for Jordan's arrest was not filed until Monday, according to WOKV.
See, if they would have just let him get his rock stuff at the yoga studio, he wouldn't have had to go to a woman's bathroom. Like, come on, folks. Like, let him get his job, let him get his rocks off. He would have left peacefully, got his refund. I would have had to clean up a little bit. He wouldn't have had to go to a university campus and try to go into the bathroom. I mean...
I'm under the impression that he would have gone there regardless.
He could have. I mean, this is just funny. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, there are women that wear those tight yoga pants, and you think in your mind you're like, damn, and you look at things weird, but come on, man.
Yeah, it's the nature of man. It's like, that's just how we think at times. Huh?
I mean, yeah, you think it, you don't act on it. You don't think about man. There's 30 people in this class. I wonder if they'll notice if I whip my schlong out and just go at it. I don't think anybody starts thinking, I don't know. I might be in the minority on this one. I just don't think that this is a common practice in a yoga class.
No, I don't. I wouldn't know, but this is... Man, Florida. I love Universal Orlando, but the rest of the state is just... It needs help, huh? The state really needs help. So, with that note, we're pretty much done. Those are all the stories we have. So
fun Florida stories.
Yeah, so that's about it. You can find if you found any Florida stories, whether they're in the past, present, or in between episodes that we haven't talked about, go ahead and send them to me via Twitter or through Facebook / The Real Mr. Robinson. And as always, this is the YouTube channel, The Real Mr. Robinson. Steve, where can they find you?
Well, we do the movie podcast over on the Geeked Out Nation YouTube channel. That we do that every Sunday. Talk about some movie news and things like that. And you guys can follow me on Twitter at Geeked Out Nation or at Geeked Out Steven, which is my personal Twitter, which I mostly talk sports and things like that. So that's pretty much where you guys can find us.
All right. Well, Steve, thanks for coming on and filling in for my other co-host.
Hey, man. When you first mentioned this podcast, I thought it was going to be the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like, just weird Florida stories. What? That's a podcast all on its own that makes sense.
Yeah. Maybe once this thing grows in popularity, it'll get upgraded from a monthly podcast to a weekly podcast.
Trust me. Florida has enough stories to make this a weekly podcast.
Right. So far, like, I'm going to maintain it as a monthly podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, with that said, this is What's Up Florida episode 2, and we will be back next month for another show. See you guys later.